It's Press Pass with Jack Ebling, Mid-Michigan's spirited sports debate. Now let's get talking sports. Here's Jack.
Great evening, Mid-Michigan and beyond. Welcome to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's time to meet Team 237. Tom Crawford, my longtime radio partner, Bluebelly Tom. He is co-host of The Drive with Jack and Tom on the Team 92.1 FM, the Spotlight Radio Network. Your home for We Are There Sports Radio. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great. A little sad. NCAA basketball is over with, adjusting that, but I engaged with myself in the Masters today. It was riveting. I was a golf fan today.
How about that? And next week, Michigan spring football game.
Yeah.
The good news is they won't have two losses in national championship opportunities next week, right? Regardless of what happens next Saturday?
That's right. Everybody wins in a spring game, just like Michigan State.
It's going to be warmer in Ann Arbor.
Supposedly. Yeah. Might be rain, but we'll see how that goes. Got a lot to work on that forecast.
Can't be any colder, Rico.
Rain. Yeah, rain.
That's not good.
Maybe they'll get more than 3,000 fans, do you think?
I remember a game in the rain. That was last year. All right. Want to welcome in Rico Beard. He is a longtime Detroit radio and TV personality, Specs Howard broadcast instructor, recruiting insider, and most importantly, he is the host of the Spartan Beat weeknights from 6 to 7 on the Team 92.1. How are you, Rico? You thawed out yet?
Well, yeah, I went down and sat amongst the people.
You sat in the stands.
The commoners.
For the common people.
No, I sat in the stands first quarter, and then it was just cold, and I had to go. Wasn't going to be a lot of scoring going on, and yes, there was like probably a couple thousand people there, but it doesn't count as a victory for Michigan. My God, you guys are desperate.
They're raiding your Twitter feed. Is that what you're telling us?
No, that's also coming from you. But I did spend a lot of time this weekend and this morning watching a All or Nothing. I'm going to go with nothing.
Yeah.
The Michigan series.
We're going to talk a lot about that later in the show. Tom, have you seen this yet?
I haven't seen
Oh, that's riveting.
We want to welcome in Bob Fossum, and he's a charter member of the Okemos High Hall of Fame. He is a member of state champions, all-state point guard as well, and a guy who played 2 varsity sports at MSU for a couple of coaching icons, Judd Heathcote and Bruce Fossum.
Yeah.
And we know you watched the Masters, so you're going to be able to talk to us. Yeah. These guys are not golf pros.
We're yielding to you, Bobby.
That was a fun weekend. A lot of excitement that started really on Wednesday. So there's a lot to talk about with the Masters.
And we will do that in just a minute. We're going to talk about an unforgettable par 3 challenge and then what happened the past 4 days at the Augusta National. And we have a first-time winner, as we have 9 of the last 10 years. We'll be right back with more here on Press Pass.
From business to farms, Hastings Mutual will protect your best assets.
The Student Bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
Well, I got my start in officiating when a friend told me I should try it. At first, I just did basketball, and I got hooked. Before long, I added baseball, softball, football, and volleyball. I really enjoyed giving back to the game, working with kids, and working with my local association to recruit and train new officials. I would like to say to anybody that officiating is a great way to help kids and stay connected to the game. We always need new officials. There's help wanted, just listen.
Beautify the outside of your home this spring with supplies from Schaefer's Landscape. Mulch, mulch, mulch. We have mountains of mulch, gravel galore, and loads of limestone. Plus, green topsoil, pickup or delivery to your home. 3 Lansing area Schaefer's Landscape locations. Quality people, quality products at great low prices.
Jim and I would like to say thank you.
You've made Fox 47 Morning News Mid-Michigan's fastest growing morning newscast.
We'll see you tomorrow at 7.
Catch an all-new episode of Gotham, Thursday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
You're up. There's an old saying, you can never have too many officials. The age of the average official is 52 and getting older all the time. We're constantly recruiting new people, younger people to join us. After you register with the MHSAA, look on the website to find an officials association near you. They'll put you in a position to succeed as an official. We all learned a lot from high school sports, and officiating is a great way to give back to the game. There's help wanted. Just whistle.
Touchdown, Belfield.
Team spirit. Face paint. More cowbell.
Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
Practice swing. He only needs to swing about 120 miles an hour. That's a good speed for him. Come on back. There's no miss. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Go in. Come on. Go in. Yes. Yes. Yes.
There you see Jack Nicklaus's 15-year-old grandson, GT, with a hole-in-one at the Masters Par 3 contest in the greatest moment of Jack Nicklaus's golfing life. Bob Fossum, let's take this chronologically.
Ooh, boy,
you were with us in studio for our first installment of Bring Your A Game, sponsored by the Abood Law Firm on Wednesday. You saw this. Did this set the stage for a magical Masters week?
My God. It was so unbelievable to watch, and I watched the whole 9 holes that Jack and Gary and Tom Watson played together, and you're first of all you're watching it going, oh my God, Watson's he just birdied the first 4 holes in this, and it's a par 3, but it's it's still good entertainment.
I think Watson said, "Is it too late for me to actually play tomorrow?"
Yeah, because he's not playing.
This thing
and Gary Player's 82, Jack's 78, Tom's 68, I think, and Watson's birdieing holes, and Jack's birdieing. Jack's was 3 under. Jack was 3 under after 4. Gary made a couple birdies in the first 4 holes. I'm watching this going, I can't believe what I'm seeing, and that got the whole thing going. And then they kept playing, and Watson, I think, had 8 putts for the 9 holes.
Right.
And then they get to number 9, and Jack was saying, he's got 22 or 23 grandchildren. And so he tries to have one of them or 2 of them with him caddying for him for the par 3 every year. So GT, I guess, is Gary's kid, and he's 15. And they had talked. Jack had talked to him early. Said, "Yeah, you want to hit a shot on 9?" And
sure, why not?
Kid goes, "Absolutely, I'd love to."
Those
do
3
that.
guys were jumping up and down like they just found the fountain of youth.
Oh my God! And then and he makes it, and you're freaking out.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't see stuff like that. And they were going Tom and Gary and Jack were going crazy.
We do have an actual Masters champion for 2018, Patrick Reed, and coming into the final round, Bob, he had to shoot 5 under par to set the all-time Masters 72-hole record. Would have been 19 under.
19 under, yep.
And he needed to shoot 3 under, 69, to be the first player in Masters history to have 4 rounds
in the 60s. Yep.
And didn't do either of those, but he did just enough to model a green jacket.
Just enough, and he played really well the whole tournament.
Yeah.
And
he got some breaks. He had the shot that would have gone 20 feet past, down,
on 3.
Another one that laid on the bank. Mine would have been in the water.
On 13.
Yeah.
I think that's probably what said to him, "I'm going to win this," because it was kind of a Freddie Couples moment. From '92 where it hit a different hole, but Patrick's hit the bank, and we all thought it was in the water from the angle we were looking at. Stays on the bank. He gets it up and down instead of making a bogey, and he goes on to win. But he's really good. I mean, it's not like he's a fluke. He's a really good player.
Jordan Spieth had as good a first round and a final round as anyone could have asked for. He was 6 under on Thursday, 8 under with a bogey on the last hole.
Bogey on
18. 14 under those 2 days. He didn't win. He didn't finish second.
Yeah.
But some other guys played well. Rory McIlroy was poised there. And Ricky Fowler with the charge nearly caught Patrick Reed.
Great charge. Ricky was 6 under his last 11 today. Still looking for his first major. But a great weekend where you just saw Saturday a lot of guys played really well, and Sunday a lot. So you don't see that typically. You see one day or the other there's a scoring day, but the whole weekend was exciting.
And very few people realize that Patrick Reed had finished second last year in the PGA. So this isn't some schlub who just came out of nowhere, but still he's not exactly someone well known by the casual golfer.
Probably not by the casual guy, but anybody that's watched the Ryder Cup last year, or the last Ryder Cup when he played Rory, and they had just an epic match and just going back and forth. So,
Tom, we talked about this on the Drive with Jack and Tom. How much attention was paid to Tiger Woods?
Oh yeah, but it didn't really matter. We thought it took him to get everybody excited about, but we had these young guns all in their 20s finish 1, 2, and 3 today. I think it speaks well for the future of golf.
He said his goal was to get back to even par, and he nearly did that today. He did at one point, and then just like Jordan Spieth, he bogeyed the last hole.
Yeah, he 3-putted 18, and I'm sure he was disappointed.
What's his future hold, do you think, moving forward?
I don't know. I'm still a skeptic.
Burton Smith said he's going to win another major.
Yeah, I don't agree with Burton on that one. I just don't think he can do it.
I'm starting to think that it's not going to happen.
I just don't think he can do it. There's too many good players out there now. Yeah.
I thought he did pretty well with the fused back. Better than some people thought, but if he can't do it at the Masters, probably not going to do it at the U.S. Open.
Probably not, yeah.
We will be back in just a minute, and we're going to talk Michigan State football. Our Going Green segment, we're going to talk about the spring game at a frigid Spartan Stadium. Back in just a moment here on Press Pass.
Hi, I'm Hank Graff with your local weather, and there's a huge shower of savings at a Graff dealership near you. Take it away, Matt.
Don't miss the spring shower of savings at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos. Get your best price on the car, truck, or SUV that you've been looking for.
Only at Graff. Get $2,000 more than the appraised value of your trade and drive off a new double cab Silverado for just $124 a month, or get a 2018 Equinox for only $120 a month.
This is a weather forecast that's right on the money.
Going on now at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
This kind of seems like an embarrassing family moment.
I'm on it. Spend more time with your favorite unfiltered family.
I gotta be me.
No, you gotta be less you.
The things I've done because people tell me I'm pretty. You'd almost think I wasn't pretty.
Are you watching Gloria in my sunglasses?
Is she moving in slow motion, or is my brain doing now?
More fun, no filters. Modern Family Nightly.
Weeknights at 6 on Fox 47.
An all-new Star, Wednesday at 9 after Empire on Fox.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hi, I'm Hank Graff with your local weather, and there's a huge shower of savings at a Graff dealership near you. Take it away, Matt.
Don't miss the spring shower of savings at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos. Get your best price on the car, truck, or SUV that you've been looking for.
Only at Graff. Get $2,000 more than the appraised value of your trade and drive off a new double cab Silverado for just $124 a month, or get a 2018 Equinox for only $120 a month.
This is a weather forecast that's right on the money.
Going on now at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Going Green segment, brought to you by Graff Chevrolet, a trusted friend with 104 years in the automobile business. Stop and see Matt, Mark, and Greg on West Grand River in Okemos. They'll take great care of you, as they have on all 6 of my leases and purchases. Go green, go Graff.
Got to watch the film, see how we played, but I thought everybody had an opportunity to play in the football game, and that's important all the time, that everybody gets an opportunity to show something. Fan support was great. I appreciate the fans coming out. It was a good crowd. They got into it a little bit. Offense came back at the end, but I'm always going to make that game tight, try and put pressure on people to make a play at the end of a football game. So
I think we got to work through some things as far as holding off the ball goes.
Recently, I've been throwing the ball a little more, you know, trying different things, Wildcat and different things like that with me and Cody, Panther Front and stuff like that. But we put that play in today. So.
Mark D'Antonio, Brian Lewerke, and Connor Hayward after the offense beat the defense in the last few seconds, 32-30. Some janky scoring there.
Yeah.
Not quite exactly sure how that all worked out.
D'Antonio rules.
That's right, D'Antonio rules.
Extended.
Right, the game goes as long as he wants.
So long as it didn't go to overtime, I was fine.
Yeah. Rico, who or what impressed you in a frigid Saturday, and what are you still concerned about?
What impressed me was the fact that no one got injured. Yeah. It was injury-free. They went out there. They had fun. They held 15 players did not play. We'll never know why because D'Antonio doesn't talk about injuries.
Felton Davis,
Joe Bacci, a lot of those guys, they didn't play. But in watching the game, you got to see Rocky Lombardi. You got to see Cynthia O'Day. You got to see Connor Hayward. You got to see the backups because that's really what this game was about. 19 starters return. You know what they can do. They went 10-3 last year. Yeah. What's the depth like? And that's what this game was all about. And you know, it was good seeing Lewerke hooking up with Darryl Stewart on a deep pass because that was Lewerke's kryptonite. And what I'm concerned about, edge rushing still.
And I thought there were some guys who showed me that there is depth. A lot of people said, "Ooh, well, no, they don't have Hunter Rison, they don't have Tristan Jackson, C.J. Hayes. Some other people look like they could catch the ball." So I think this is going to be one of the deeper Michigan State teams, and Mark D'Antonio is going to have a chance to have his 6th 11-win season or better, and the only guys in Big Ten history who've done that are Jim Tressel and Urban Meyer. So that is pretty good company.
Guys. No, Ohio State guys.
Tom Crawford, we know you have your keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer philosophy.
I was all over this baby.
I watched this game.
Absolutely.
Are you still convinced that Michigan's going to beat Michigan State in October for just the 3rd time in 11 years?
Oh, hell yeah, I'm still convinced. But I still got to watch the spring game next week for the Michigan spring game. But, you know, what do you draw from a spring game? But Connor Hayward, that dude, he's a player. They got depth at running back. And I like Theo Brown when he came in. The way he delivered the ball, I saw him play in high school last year for Divine Child, was not impressed.
Theo Day? Yeah.
Theo Day?
Yeah.
What did I call Theo Brown?
Theo Brown.
Whatever. Theo Day. Theo, okay. He's good. I think, and you're going to need that kind of depth, I think, on the offense. And their defense, we know, is already.
When you saw him, maybe it wasn't his day.
Maybe not.
But I thought that there were some other guys who played well. Alante Thomas had a terrific run at the end of the game and a touchdown. Some of the other guys on defense.
Transfer from Saginaw Valley.
Yeah, there were enough guys that made you think, okay, so they don't have to have everybody play every minute of every game.
I like the fact that they stole the play from the Philadelphia Eagles for the 2-point conversion, a throwback to the quarterback. I like the creativity. It says that the offense is evolving. Yeah. That Dave Warner is just not going to be, we're going to do it this way. You know what? That play looked cool. Let's put it in.
Also, offensively, they can run the ball, and they got that diverse quarterback who can run and pass. That's what their offense is going to be really potent.
I want to ask you the question that you posed to listeners on the Spartan Beat last week. Would you take an 11-2 season with a win over Michigan and a bowl win over an SEC team on New Year's Day if it meant you finished 3rd in the Big Ten East?
3rd in the Big Ten East, behind Penn State, behind Ohio State.
You don't get to go to Indy.
You don't get to go to Indy. That's still tough, Jack.
What's Michigan going to finish 6th in your poll? Is that how that works?
Michigan finishes 4th.
What are you going to do? Wow. Rico, do you want this or not? You want the 11-2?
If they beat Penn State, then I'm going with the team. It all depends on the Penn State game in week 6.
You got to pick now. Do you want 11-2 now?
That's my question. I don't have to pick now. I learned that from you.
Unbelievable. All right, we'll be back. We're going to talk college basketball national championship game. Villanova up next.
Spring is here, and with less than a 2-month supply of listings available, now's the best time to sell your home. Call the selling team with Keller Williams Realty. We work harder for you. We are here when you need us. We get your home sold. The selling team, beyond real estate, real family.
I've lost 2 homes in my lifetime. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
Holton Dimedale Insurance Agency, your hometown team. Come see us today.
At Rallies and Checkers, now you have 3 ways to crush your cravings. Because we're serving up 3 sizes of our new Bistro Stack Burger. That's a seasoned all-beef patty with melted cheese, creamy, savory bistro sauce, Parmesan seasoned crispy onions. And it comes in 3 sizes, single, double, or triple. So how hungry are you? The new single, double, and triple Bistro Stack Burgers starting at $1.99. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
To the Empire!
An all-new Empire, Wednesday at 8 on Fox.
The Knapp Center is a historical hub for future business growth in beautiful downtown Lansing.
The Ide Company did the best they could to preserve the integrity of the history of this building while incorporating a modern, open workspace.
They have been prompt, they have been efficient, and they really are a friendly, great group of people that we don't have any concerns about calling them for any of our needs.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the Ide Company family.
Working with the Ide Company, 1, is very easy to do. 2, they're very responsive to our needs. And 3, as we've grown as a company, they've listened to those needs and they've helped us plan out our future in terms of growth that needs to be done at this location.
It's just comforting to know I'm working with the Ide Company, knowing that they can accommodate our growth. In that way, they're an excellent partner.
Opportunities for retail, office, restaurant, and residential. Build the future as a member of the Ide Company family.
You know what time it is? It's time for the
epic return of last year's sensation, Beat Shazam!
Ding ding!
Identify hit songs, win $1 million with Jamie Foxx, big stars,
Demi Lovato!
And a brand new DJ.
She's talented, she's incredible, she's my daughter, Corinne.
Finally, someone who can keep Jamie in check.
Yeah, it does.
Beat Shazam returns. Play along live with the app this May on Fox.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for the big picture. Brought to you by Dean Trailways. With trips for every season, Dean takes care of the details so you can enjoy the experience, including daily casino runs and great getaways to northern Michigan and Chicago. Doug Warren and I took a Dean luxury cruiser to Chicago, joined 27 pro football greats and more than 100 supporters of the Shinsky Orphanage in Matamoros, Mexico, not far from landfall for Hurricane Harvey.
Tonight, but we lost to a terrific team. I mean, absolutely a terrific team. I've been coaching a long time and I've played against some really good teams, and they played like they played like national champions, and they are. And I don't care if it's like 20 years ago when kids may have stayed a little bit longer at the universities. They would win a lot of Final Fours with the way they're coached, the way they conduct themselves, the way they share the ball, the way they play. So it's really a tremendous basketball team we lost to, and we're not going to hang our heads. We're going to move on, learn from it, and really cherish all the memories from this season.
Tom Crawford, hats off to the Wolverines for a terrific finish, and John Beilein, always classy in defeat. If the Wolverines had played a best-of-7 series against Villanova, would they have figured it out and somehow managed to squeak out a win in Game 7, or would they have been more likely to be swept in 4?
Well, swept, as you say. No, you know, that was just a team that they, you know, it's just too good. Villanova is like North Carolina was when they beat Michigan State in 09, whatever. I mean, you just knew it. They won. Anytime they had everybody healthy in that team, they beat everybody a season long in double digits.
Beat every team in the tournament double digits.
Absolutely. The other thing is, I mean, Michigan shot 3 of 23 beyond the arc. I mean, you're not going to beat a lot of good teams, a really good team, when you do that. So there's a lot of deficiencies. They needed to bring their A game, and they did not.
Let me help you with that question. No, sweet.
Rico's got his broom. He's ready.
So is your team ever going to get out of the first weekend? Is that going to happen in the next year or so, maybe?
Before. We'll remind you about that
later. It's been a
while, though. Bob Fossum, you played Big Ten basketball. Your take on Michigan's 14-1 finish, including a Big Ten tournament championship and a ride to the national championship game. And what about 14 Big Ten teams in a row getting to the Final Four without winning a championship since Michigan State in 2000?
Yeah, Michigan was very impressive all year. I went to I go to all the games and watched them beat us up at home, and you knew then, because we got a pretty good team.
Yeah, 30 wins. Yeah,
and Michigan was impressive, and I think Beilein's a really good coach. And so you knew then they were going to do something.
Yeah.
And I took them to the Final Four in my bracket, and you know, I just think they had a really, really good season.
Yeah. Just ran into the wrong team
Yeah.
at the wrong
Nicely
time.
said,
right?
Bob.
That can happen. Rico, looking ahead to next season, both teams have highly touted incoming classes. We're going to set those aside for a minute because like Michigan State 5, Michigan's 10, Michigan's got some players who are going to play. Let's not talk about those for a second. I want you to give me a series of one-word answers. I'm going to give you some choices. You tell me who you would rather have on your team.
Okay.
Cassius Winston, Xavier Simpson.
Cassius.
Cassius Winston. Joshua Langford or Jordan Poole?
One word. I'll go with Langford.
Xavier Tillman or John Teskey?
I like Tillman.
Kenny Goins or Isaiah Livers?
We'll go with Livers.
Matt McQuaid and Kyle Arns or Eli Brooks and Ibby Watson?
Who?
Yeah.
You know who I'm going with.
Okay.
55.
Though they don't play the same position, who would you rather have, Nick Ward or Charles Matthews?
Two head cases.
Head cases?
Oh, yeah. Did I stutter?
Well, if you took Nick over Mo Wagner, well, yeah, obviously
you
you're
did,
going to take
right?
him
You
over
did take
Charles
Nick Ward over Mo
Matthews,
Wagner, I
right?
remember
Yeah,
that.
you did.
So, yeah, I'll go. Yeah.
That would
to tick you
be
off.
in the Rico Beard scoreboard, 5 Michigan State, 1 for Michigan. Tom, what's wrong
Well,
with
they
this
might as well
scoring?
call the game off next year. I mean, just call it off because
No, I was
Same
only
thing with football.
only given one word,
Brandon
so I
Johns,
couldn't
David
explain.
Julius, right? They got other players, international
Well,
players
it's not
coming in.
fair. I wasn't allowed to explain why I picked these. He said I can only do it in one word.
Right.
So.
Now, Tom, you get the rest of the words. Why are Rico's decisions wrong?
Well, because Rico analyzes Michigan through kind of a disdainment kind of mentality.
Disdainment?
Yeah,
Okay, so what
He
was I
resents-
wrong? Which one was I wrong, Tom?
Charles Matthews over Nick Ward. He plays defense. He's rebounding. He's an all-around player. Plays a team.
that one
He doesn't whine at the officials every time he gets a bad call and gets
That was
distracted.
50-50. I just said Nick Ward to tick you off.
Oh, okay, so you weren't being totally honest with Jack.
No, that was 50-50. They played different positions.
I thought
and each
Rico was
brings
going to
something
say
different.
Dante DiVincenzo couldn't go up and do a two-hand block on Nick Ward.
That is true.
You know what, though, Tom? That may be the play that keeps Charles Matthews in Ann Arbor.
Absolutely.
That could happen.
Tom, you have to admit that was one of the best
It was a
plays.
terrific play.
But because it happened to Michigan,
No,
you got
I didn't say that. No, I didn't say. I said
I haven't seen a
terrific guy
play like
making a
that
play.
since Javion Clowney.
Charles Matthews over Nick Ward any day of the week.
We'll be right
Twice on
back. We got
Sundays.
more spring football to talk about here on Press Pass.
Team spirit, face paint, more cowbell. Dean Trailways Motor Coach takes care of your travel, so you can support your favorite Spartan teams and focus on the important things. Dean Trailways, your favorite ride.
At Tropical Smoothie Cafe, we have a taste for adventure because the only way to know how good something can be is to go for it. Try our veggie smoothies, Island Green, made with spinach, kale, pineapple, banana, and mango, and Caribbean Sea Burst with carrots, mango, banana, orange, and goji. Adventure begins with never knowing until you try, but always expecting something great. Go for a veggie smoothie at Tropical Smoothie Cafe. Eat better, feel better.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
The Modern Family Guide to Raising Modern Kids. Build up your child's self-esteem.
Think about me going off to college. Why are you smiling?
I didn't think you'd get in. Modern Family, nightly.
Weeknights at 6 on Fox 47. The New Year's new hit comedy. Boom. LA to Vegas, Tuesday on Fox.
Welcome to Russell and Schrader Insurance. Hastings Mutual is a trusted partner of ours. Call Joe Daly for a Hastings Mutual insurance quote. They're hard to beat. Call Steve Keisch today. From business to farms, Hastings Mutual will protect your best assets.
Turn on the lights with Capital Lighting. Experience our full-service lighting showroom.
Discover the hundreds of beautiful fixtures available to bring your home to life. Visit today at Capital Lighting of East Lansing, where bright ideas begin.
What's really important to me is being able to have a partner, and Dart Bank has been that for me. I'm Eric Nelson. I'm a managing partner here at the English Inn. I've worked with John Morris at Dart Bank to help put together multiple projects that have assisted us with growing our business and continuing to be successful.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. It's our Out of the Blue segment. Tom Crawford, sometimes in a rivalry like this, we see a little jab, which might be meant to be cute, but it's not quite accurate. We've got a couple examples of this that we want to clarify for our viewers tonight. One of them had to do with the NCAA tournament, and this was a popular t-shirt and a sign which was making its way around San Antonio. We all know about the January, February Izzo. Well, there was something that was added to it. We can put that up on the screen. January, February Izzo Beeline. So John now has made his way onto this t-shirt. The only problem is, gentlemen, that Tom Izzo has 3 wins in April, and John Beeline, for all the great things he's done, has 1 win in April.
But that tweet doesn't represent the mindset of the Michigan Wolverine fan base. So. Keep that in mind.
Well, if that doesn't represent the mindset of the fan base, you've got some minority element. The same thing is true for Michigan State. And we saw this with a jab that was taken about the teams that had made it to the Final Four and their football prowess. And there you see the teams that have reached the title game since 2000 without being an FBS football program. Butler, Michigan, Villanova, Gonzaga, Michigan, Villanova. Rico, we know that is not true because teams that do not have an FBS football program do not average more than 100,000 fans to watch teams that don't win championships.
I hadn't seen that before. That's actually kind of
like
clever
that?
too. Yeah. Biggest question I have, and Tom, maybe you can answer that. Where was Harbaugh?
Spring football.
Oh, okay.
Maybe you want to take a low key and not take anything away from John Beeline. You're going to spin it as negative no matter what he does. If he comes out, shows up, you're going to take a center of attention.
He has time for sleepovers and to climb trees, but he can't go watch a winning team.
Tom,
makes sense.
Are you ready for this series to be ratcheted up? Because we were talking with Doug Warren last week. I don't think we've been in a situation before where both football programs and both basketball programs have been top 10-ish at the same time.
Going into the season.
And I don't think there's another state that can say that.
Right, that's true.
All 4 programs there. What's it going to do to this rivalry?
Oh, it's just going to intensify. It's a bad rivalry right now. Everybody's just getting at each other. This guy's real getting next to me. He's getting real sensitive about the tweets from Michigan fans, so he's going to get all pissed off. I mean, that's just kind of how that life goes. But it's good for the rivalry. It's good for the TV show. It's good for our radio show. So it's all good. I love it. I love the Michigan State rivalry.
All right, let's have a quick preview of what we're going to see Saturday night. Michigan Stadium. Give us a couple of players to watch, position groups that we should study. Michigan tries to improve on 8-5.
Offensive line is where, and John Runyon Jr. in particular, has got a block like his daddy. Also, Shea Patterson will be playing at quarterback.
He will.
So we got to diagnose that. Karan Higdon, see if Ben Herbert, the new strength coach, has beefed everybody up. Overall, though, Jack, they need to be a more physical football team. That's what Jim Harbaugh pinpointed about last year, and let's see if we see that in the spring.
Offense, defense, or are they picking teams?
That has not really been disclosed. I think it's going to be, as it's been last year, it's mainly a practice, and they do a series of plays, and but it's much different than Michigan State.
Is it their last practice of the spring? Michigan State now has gone to a deal where they have a practice after the spring game so that they can do kind of a shakedown and correct some errors. Does Michigan do that?
No, they're going to do, when they go overseas, they're going to do that.
No, they're not doing it overseas.
They're going to do 3 practices, I thought, over there.
No, they're just going overseas.
Okay, well, whatever. They still have practices to go. They still have practices to go. I do know that for a fact.
Rico, you have seen parts of this Amazon Prime series about Michigan football from last year. What have we missed, those of us who haven't seen it?
What you missed is it's kind of like the journey.
What's it called?
It's called All or Nothing.
All or Nothing.
Take the nothing. It's all in. It's like Hard Knocks, where they don't bleep out anything. It's, you know, you may not want to watch this with the kids because it's, you know, Don Brown has a fiery speech at halftime.
Halftime of the Florida game.
He is, you know, and a couple other times, like before the Buckeye game, he lets them know exactly how he feels. They left a lot of things in there that I thought Michigan would take out. But
Michigan must not have had creative control.
They did, but
they had creative control.
I mean, you can't spin the 8-5 season. I mean, we all know what happened.
But Rashawn Gary was despondent beyond belief after the Michigan State game.
I thought he was at a funeral, the way he was moaning and wailing and crying and just,
Michigan got $2 million for doing this, right? So once again, laughing all the way to the bank.
Though.
But it's actually well done. You get to find out about different people. Karan Higdon and his daughter. It was put together.
Have you seen this yet, Tom? Are you going to watch it?
I'll watch it when in due time.
Oh, Corn comes off as pretty much a D-bag, best way to put it. He is not painted well.
If he likes it, I don't want to watch it because it must be so. That's my litmus test.
It automatically started with episode 4, 5, and then skipped to 7 and 8.
Yeah, he wants you to just watch the ones with Michigan losses. Bob, would you be interested in watching this?
I would definitely be interested in watching that.
And sounds like pretty colorful stuff.
That's pretty good stuff, yeah.
Michigan spring game could be good stuff, too. We finally get to see Shea Patterson. Yes. Everyone waiting to see if he is indeed the Messiah to lead Michigan to Indianapolis.
The latest Messiah. The latest Messiah.
So cynical, Jack Evans.
We will be back in just a minute, and we're going to talk about the Detroit Tigers back to 500, the Pistons, they'll never see 500, and the Detroit Lions coming up next.
I've lost 2 homes in my lifetime. Both times, my independent agent and auto owners took care of me like someone takes care of family.
Holton Dimedale Insurance Agency, your hometown team. Come see us today.
The Student Bookstores are Green and White Shop headquarters. Outfit your entire family with Spartan gear. We have a large selection of men's, women's, and children's clothing. Show off your Michigan State pride with new shoes, socks, hats, and more. Have your tailgate ready with MSU party supplies, car accessories, and dress your pet in green and white. We have gifts for students, grads, alumni, and fans. From Vera Bradley and Dooney and Burke to diploma frames and more. Always shop SBS for the biggest and best selection of green and white. Go green, go white, go SBS.
Hello, my name is Dr. John Braccio, psychologist. If you or your child have problems with focus, inattention, sitting still, memory, concentration, these are traits of ADHD. Visit us at drjohnb.com.
Lethal Weapon, all new Tuesday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Hi, I'm Hank Graff with your local weather, and there's a huge shower of savings at a Graff dealership near you. Take it away, Matt.
Don't miss the spring shower of savings at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos. Get your best price on the car, truck, or SUV that you've been looking for.
Only at Graff. Get $2,000 more than the appraised value of your trade and drive off a new double cab Silverado for just $124 a month, or get a 2018 Equinox for only $120 a month.
This is a weather forecast that's right on the money.
Going on now at Graff Chevrolet in Okemos.
This kind of seems like an embarrassing family moment. I'm on it.
Spend more time with your favorite unfiltered family.
I gotta be me.
No, you gotta be less you.
The things I've done because people tell me I'm pretty. You'd almost think I wasn't pretty.
Are you watching Gloria in my sunglasses?
Is she moving in slow motion, or is my brain doing now?
More fun, no filters. Modern Family Nightly.
Weeknights at 6 on Fox 47.
You know what time it is? It's time for the
epic return of last year's sensation, Beat Shazam.
Ding ding.
Identify hit songs, win $1 million with Jamie Foxx, big stars,
Demi Lovato,
and a brand new DJ.
She's talented. She's incredible. She's my daughter, Corinne.
Finally, someone who can keep Jamie in check.
Yeah, it does.
Beat Shazam returns. Play along live with the app this May on Fox.
That's out toward right center field. Going back on it is Zimmer. At the wall. Gone! Big fly, Ohtani-san! That is awesome. That's out toward center field. Zimmer racing back, still going back near the ball. Gone! Big fly, Ohtani-san again! We're tied. That's driven out to center field. That's got some sound. Ohtani-san has done it again.
Shohei Ohtani showed him this week. The Babe Ruth of Japan.
That's like Earl Wilson was like that for the Tigers back 50 years ago.
People didn't know if this guy would be a hitter or a pitcher. Turns out he's both. He nearly had a perfect game today.
And if you want to really hear something, listen to the Japanese versions of that.
Oh,
That's
funny?
oh my
I heard that. I heard it.
And people staying up ridiculous hours in Japan to try to follow what this guy
That's
is
just
doing.
being too greedy, having all that kind of talent.
Rico, the Detroit Tigers played better this weekend away from Comerica Park and got to 500 for the first time this season. What would be a successful season for Ron Gardenhire's retooling team?
You're not going to get much. 75 wins.
75 would be good, right?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Great
Yeah.
with that team.
I said 66.
I said 75 would be great.
Yeah.
I mean, if you could at least hit 70.
You're not predicting 75.
No,
You're
I'm
saying
not.
that'd be great.
I'm not. 75 would be like the ceiling for this team.
So if someone said they were going to win 82, would you like to make a bet with them?
Oh, I'd
immediately?
make a bet with them right now.
Okay.
Jack says 82.
No. I
we can bet mortgage
I
payments
don't.
on
I
that.
said 66 and 96. And Doug is below that. I think Doug was 57 and 105
It's
or something.
hard. It's hard not to win 60 games in baseball. As Sparky says, you know, you win 60, you lose 60. It's the other 40 or so, 42 games that
They
decide.
stay healthy. Miggy stays healthy.
He's okay.
Bob Fossum, the Pistons blew their last chance to get to 500. Didn't look like they cared, weren't hustling. It's hard to give up 130 points to Memphis.
I know.
Unless you try. Does Stan Van Gundy get to come back for the final year on his contract, and should he get that right?
Yeah, I think so.
He should?
I think he comes back. You know,
Because Reggie
if
Jackson
he was
was
just
hurt
the
a lot,
coach,
or-
maybe
Yeah.
you know you might let him go. But he's been involved with this for the whole the last 3 or 4 years,
you
and
can't.
But you know,
you can't.
And
Reggie Jackson,
Are there
I
enough?
think God Blake
Well,
Griffin, are you
is
drinking
Reggie
the Kool-Aid?
Jackson an injury that you really counted on making your team bad? I don't know if Reggie's that good.
Bob, here's the
You
only
know?
reason why I think he comes back is because of that god-awful deal for Blake Griffin.
No,
and you
yeah.
gave up your first-round pick.
Right.
He had to have assurances from Goris that you can't be fired.
true. Right.
Because that was the dumb. You gave up in a deep draft a top lottery pick.
Yeah.
I'm not a Reggie Jackson guy, but the record was much better with him.
I'm
than
starting to
without
become.
him.
I think he's pretty good. I'm reevaluating Reggie Jackson.
He's a ball stopper.
You're not
Bad guys to have at the point.
That's a bad team. You're not going to win with. I mean,
You
there's
need-
no one on that team that anybody wants.
Tom, the Detroit Lions have more holes than draft picks.
Yeah.
Should they try to do something bold, try to move up in the draft to get the guy they want? Should they stay right where they are?
Stay where they want to, because if you.
But trading down and getting a lot of mid-round picks.
Well, third round beyond. There's some athletes third round beyond. So I mean, I
They have
just
two
stay whole.
force.
I would stay whole. I mean, they got LeGarrette Blount now running back, and you know I think their offenses can be pretty good. They need an edge rusher, whatever it takes to get a good edge rusher. I think that's what their biggest need is for next year, for the draft.
All right, Bob. Rob Gronkowski.
Gronk.
Not happy in New England. You got Matt Patricia. You got Bob Quinn, New England, Matt Stafford. Would you at least kick the tires? If you were the Lions, would you inquire about that?
Oh, I don't know. You'd probably make a call, but I don't think anything's happened. I don't think Brady lets Gronk out of his sight.
No, he stays.
I mean,
he stays.
He
in New
stays
England.
right there. He does. Brady would be just.
That's peanut butter and jelly together.
Yeah,
But here's the deal. If they let go of Rob Gronkowski, who's injured a good part of the time, they would have the money to get Odell Beckham Jr. Wouldn't Tom Brady like that? It's just like Randy Moss. Remember when he had Randy Moss?
I got a feeling Odell Beckham Jr. would take less money to go play for New England, at least for 1 year. Because, like for Moss did it for a year.
I don't know. Gronk
Moss
is such
was
an
toward
integral
the end,
part.
and he was on trying to
I
rehab
know.
his image.
If you're Odell Beckham Jr., you go there for a year, you win a ring, and then you become marketable.
So he must really want to get out of New York then.
I think he wants out.
But Gronk is a better overall threat. I mean, he's more of a need for New England than Odell Beckham Jr.
They got rid of all their wide receivers. So
now you can add tight end to the list of needs for the Lions, and Eric Ebron, he stunk for most of his Lions career, but he got pretty good toward the end. That's one more position they have to fill.
Get a tight end who can actually block would be nice.
Be nice to get another edge rusher.
Yeah,
Be nice to put some pressure on the passer, and the
priority.
cornerbacks don't have to cover a guy for 5 seconds. That would be good too. That would really help. All right, we will be back in just a minute. Our Take It to the Bank segment, all of our guarantees about the month of April, coming up next here on Press Pass.
At Rallies and Checkers, get a vacation to go with new real fruit slushies that taste like that island life. Sweet peach mango or Caribbean colada. All that's missing is the palm trees. Rallies and Checkers, fast foodies know the deal.
With the David Chapman Agency, auto owners' insurance policies come with something extra. Local agents who care about you. Our agents will help you find the right coverage at the best price. 3 generations serving you at the David Chapman Agency, your local auto owners' insurance agents.
Fox Tuesday.
Roger's a trap.
The killer that got away
16 years I've been chasing this guy.
is back for Roger.
Tough break, Murtaugh.
All new Lethal Weapon, Tuesday on Fox.
At Rallies and Checkers, we're serving up 3 sizes of our new Bistro Stack Burger. That's beef, melted cheese, bistro sauce, and crispy onions. So how hungry are you? The single, double, and triple Bistro Stack Burger. Rallies and Checkers. Fast foodies know the deal.
Everything you thought you knew about medicine is wrong.
The Resident, all new Monday on Fox.
Anyone who's had our chicken knows it's plump and juicy. What they may not know is that it's also 100% natural.
All our chickens are certified, humanely raised, no antibiotics, on a high-quality diet of soy and grain.
Why are they called tenders?
They're called tenders because they come from the tenderloin of the breast, hand-trimmed just for colors. It's not a strip or a finger, it is the true tenderloin.
I'll put our chicken tenders up against anybody's.
That's like my Granny Franklin used to make. That's outstanding, Craig.
Welcome to Delicious.
This kind of seems like an embarrassing family moment. I'm on it. Spend more time with your favorite unfiltered family.
I gotta be me.
No, you gotta be less you.
The things I've done because people tell me I'm pretty. You'd almost think I wasn't pretty.
Are you watching Gloria in my sunglasses?
Is she moving in slow motion, or is my brain doing now?
More fun, no filters. Modern Family Nightly.
Weeknights at 6 on Fox 47.
Everybody wants to hear, what's the forecast for tomorrow? How's it going to be when I'm taking my kids to cheerleading practice? It's a great city. Michigan is definitely a very interesting place to forecast the weather. We have changing things all the time.
Woohoo! Yeah! Did you see what happened?
This is so exciting! Weekdays at 9 on Fox 47.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for our Take It to the Bank segment, brought to you by Dart Bank, dedicated to meeting the needs of our banking community for more than 90 years with 4 convenient locations in Mason, Holton, South Lansing, Grand Ledge, and the expanded Home Loan Center in Frandor. That's Dart Bank for what matters most. All right, there you see the 2018 draft order for the National Football League. And gentlemen, we have Michigan State's spring game finished. Michigan's 6 games away. The Masters is history in more ways than one. And just 3 weeks from being done with the NFL draft. Tom Crawford, what can you guarantee about the month of April besides some February-like weather?
I say the red-hot Philadelphia 76ers are going to sweep their first opponent. They are hot, 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 even without Joel Embiid. Probably the Heat. And also, I'm guaranteeing, or I'm taking it to the bank rather, that Shea Patterson will be declared eligible for the 2018 season this month.
Are you buying that, Rico?
I have no clue. I don't know what's going on with that or why it's taking so long.
Because
I guess
Ole Miss dragged their feet, and NCAA had to wait for paperwork and stuff like that.
All right. What will we remember about an April that began with Easter Sunday and gave us one more day to finish our tax returns?
I think we will remember kind of what we talked about in the last segment, that it is a down period for Detroit sports, that we will be banking whatever it is on whoever the Lions took in their first pick in the draft. That's going to be the hope, because the Tigers will they're already mathematically eliminated. The Wings, Pistons, done. No April in the D. This is going to be a bad month that we're going to bank everything on this first round pick.
Yeah. You know, Fox Sports Detroit did that for many years, that April in the D. You know what's worse than that, Bob? May in the D.
May in the D.
It's going to be really bad. That's going to be Tigers baseball.
That's it?
It's just about it.
Yeah.
All right, Bob, how should we remember the 80th Final Four and the 85th Masters?
The Final Four, you know, Loyola and getting there, but Michigan getting there was just
How about Loyola? Should we remember that?
I think so, but you know, in a couple of years, did we remember George Mason got there? You know, Loyola is a good story.
Yeah.
Great.
For now.
For now. It was beautiful. Masters, you know, I think Wednesday is almost more memorable than the weekend, but the weekend was great. I mean, it was fun.
Does a lot depend on whether Patrick Reed goes on and wins more majors, and you can look back and you say, well, that's where we discovered him, or you can look back and you can say, you know, what if Jordan Spieth had birdied 18 if he goes on and wins the U.S. Open and wins the British Open?
Well, something like that would have been epic. I mean, to shoot 62, maybe get in a playoff or win. I mean, that would have been Jordan Spieth, and he would have. You know, he could go on to win how many more majors, who knows? But
yeah.
That would have
Tom, what would you remember about the 80th Final Four or the 85th Masters?
Well, for the Final Four, when your team's in it, even though they're going to lose it, when you get into the game, it still hurts, and it took till Friday for me to get over it. It's just because it's the magnitude of getting so close.
What about the 81st Final Four in Minneapolis, Rico? You ready for that?
Yeah, I wish it was in a warm weather city, but I'm still that two-handed block. That was something I'll always.
That was like
remember.
a volleyball. He looked like a volleyball player.
And he didn't foul. It wasn't like you could say, well, it's like, wow, that was athleticism.
That's true.
And how about 31 points off the bench, Bob, for Dante DiVincenzo? That's the most ever by a non-starter.
By a non-starter.
In a championship game.
Yeah, fabulous. I mean,
how'd you like to be Dante DiVincenzo on campus?
Yeah,
right?
Just has to remember whichever you tweet earlier in your years, that comes back to bite.
Yeah,
I noticed that.
Yeah. We will be back in just a minute, and we're going to have our weekly awards, our Cool and Smooth segment, brought to you by the Culver's locations in mid-Michigan. Coming up next on Press Pass.
You know what time it is? It's time for the
epic return of last year's sensation, Beat Shazam.
Ding ding.
Identify hit songs, win $1 million with Jamie Foxx, big stars,
Demi Lovato,
and a brand new DJ.
She's talented. She's incredible. She's my daughter, Corinne.
Finally, someone who can keep Jamie in check.
Yeah, it does.
Beat Shazam returns. Play along live with the app this May on Fox.
This kind of seems like an embarrassing family moment. I'm on it. Spend more time with your favorite unfiltered family.
I gotta be me.
No, you gotta be less you.
The things I've done because people tell me I'm pretty. You'd almost think I wasn't pretty.
Are you watching Gloria in my sunglasses?
Is she moving in slow motion, or is my brain doing now?
More fun, no filters. Modern Family Nightly.
Weeknights at 6 on Fox 47.
Everybody wants to hear, what's the forecast for tomorrow? How's it going to be when I'm taking my kids to cheerleading practice? It's a great city. Michigan is definitely a very interesting place to forecast the weather. We have changing things all the time.
Judge Marilyn Millian.
What is wrong with your brain cells? Because I need them to all hold hands right now.
She calls it as she sees it.
That's what a liar says.
On the People's Court.
Weekdays at 11 on Fox 47.
Catch an all-new episode of Lucifer, Monday at 8, 7 Central on Fox.
Turn on the lights with Capital Lighting. Experience our full-service lighting showroom. Discover the hundreds of beautiful fixtures available to bring your home to life. Visit today at Capital Lighting of East Lansing, where bright ideas begin.
Each week, the Michigan Lottery selects a public school educator to receive an Excellence in Education Award. Watch Fox 47 News at 5:30 on Tuesday to see this week's winner.
Lansing Urgent Care. Our Mason Clinic is now open, so you can get in, get out, get better.
Welcome back to Press Pass here on Fox 47. Time for a Cool and Smooth segment brought to you by the Culver's locations in mid-Michigan. Since 1984, Culver's has been delighting guests one meal at a time with scrumptious butter burgers and premium frozen custard. That's Culver's. Welcome to Delicious.
Screen, Mark D'Antonio. Whistle is primed and ready to go. The white is the offense, fellas.
Okay.
All right. So keep that in mind. So we're going to see white versus green, but it's offense versus defense.
Okay.
And a potential backup running back. So now the white down 9-7, which means the offense down 9-7. Darrell Stewart, 30-yard touchdown from Brian Lewerke. Josiah Scott with the interception there on Day. This is Alante Thomas.
Hello.
53 yards, 10 carries, 77 yards. I got L.J. Scott.
Pull over!
That's not really.
Oh, it's spread.
You know what he did? He left himself an opportunity to get a touchdown.
Yeah. See?
You don't want to do it all at once.
There you see Michigan State in some highlights, and Darrell Stewart, after a rough start, he said afterward, yeah, I should have had about 3 of those. And then he comes back and 2 touchdown catches. And see Alante Thomas, so some things went right for Michigan State. Bob Fossum, what about our play of the week?
Ooh, well, I keep harping back to Wednesday, and the hole-in-one by the kid was.
How many holes-in-one do you have?
9.
9?
Wow. But I haven't had one in over 20 years, so I'm due. Andrew Boone and I are tied at 9, so I got to beat him. But,
unbelievable.
But,
that's amazing.
But the other thing I'd say on Saturday, Patrick Reed won the. I think he won the tournament. 2 Eagles on 13 and 15 yesterday and on Saturday, back 9. I think that's where those were shots of the day.
And that's where Tiger Woods did not score this
Didn't
week.
score on the par.
Normally he eats those alive.
He eats them up, and that's what you need to at Augusta. Yeah.
Rico Beard, I don't know if you're going back to Monday night or not. What is our game of the week?
I can't go Monday night. Tom, I want to, but
it wasn't competitive.
It wasn't a competitive game at all. It wasn't. I wish I could. I mean, it would just be piling on. It wouldn't be
could
fair.
have the Notre Dame Michigan hockey game. That was exciting.
He didn't watch
down to the final 5
he
seconds.
Didn't watch hockey.
Didn't. No. I'm going to go with an NBA game. I'm going to go with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
I agree with you.
Almost coming back to defeat the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah.
And it sparked this great debate over LeBron James because all he had to do was hit 3 free throws, and the game goes to overtime, and he could not do it, which then came, well, Kobe would have hit all 3, and now you got all types of ex-NBA players battling this out.
Okay.
Cleveland comes back. LeBron has a great game, but he's going to be defined because he missed a free throw.
That was, that was incredible.
Philadelphia wins, what, 132
They were 30 down.
I watched the entire game.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
And you think LeBron would be the best player of all time? Or
Oh, absolutely. He will be the greatest player.
Better than
in the
Michael
NBA.
Jordan.
Absolutely, when it's all said and done. Because he's not done. Train hasn't arrived at the station yet for LeBron James.
What about our team of the week, Tom Crawford?
Team of the week is the Villanova Wildcats. I mean, they dominated my team. Obviously, we knew it halfway through the first half, or maybe the latter part of, and then when Michigan cut it down to 12, DiVincenzo comes in and hit 3, goes back up to 15, game over. Hats up. They were the best team in the NCAA tournament, no question about it.
How do you think it would stack up against some of the other teams we have seen recently? What about 2018 Villanova versus 2009 North Carolina?
Villanova.
Carolina has 7 pros on that team.
Pretty good, right? We'll
Jay
never
Wright's a better
know.
coach.
That's the beauty of it. It's like having co-champions in football in 1997. You never know.
Nobody will ever
All
beat
right.
the runner-up.
How about our player of the week? And I thought about Patrick Reed and Jay Wright. Reed and Wright. But I decided no. Shohei Ohtani, people said, you know, can he hit Major League pitching? Can he possibly work his way through a Major League order? Hello? He nearly threw a perfect game today, became the first player in Major League history to hit homers in his team's first 3 home games.
Will it last,
of his
though? That's
career.
the question.
Yeah, maybe not at that level.
That's fascinating. Yeah.
Tom Crawford, Bluebelly Tom, you can hear him on Mondays and through Fridays with us.
Right.
The Drive with Jack and Tom, Rico Beard, the Spartan Beat, weeknights from 6 to 7 on the Team 92.1. And Bob Fossum, he is with us every Wednesday. Bring your A game. We'll see you next week, everyone. Have a great sporting week.